Are you looking for your next multi-console headset? I got you. And we're back, DLG fam. Welcome to everyone. Welcome to all the new viewers. Y como siempre, ya lo saben, bienvenidos a todos aquí, el canal DLG. Gracias por tomar el tiempo en venir a nuestro canal. So guys, multi-console headsets, there's many of them out there, and it's so difficult to narrow them down to one specific one that will work on your Xbox, your PS5, your Nintendo Switch, your PC, and your mobile device. That's actually 6 devices, right? I have something for you guys today by a company called Logitech that acquired this other company back in the summer of 2017, and the company's name is Astro. That might ring a bell for many of you. I know it does for me, but what am I talking about? Bam! The Astro A20 X by Logitech. That's right, guys. This is the white version of their Lightspeed Wireless A20X headset. Man, this brings back so much memories. I have the original A40s from when it used to be Astro Gaming. Those things were amazing. Now I am going to put these to the test and check out how comfortable the ear cups are, because on the Astro A40s, if any of you have ever tried those, man, those things were comfortable. So let's go to the unboxing, guys. Talk about the specs and then put it to the test like we always do at the DLG. Alright guys, there it is. And wait a minute, how do I say this? Logitech Astro or just Astro A20 X? We're gonna go the old school way right there. Lightspeed Wireless. This device has PLAYSYNC audio, RGB lighting that displays 16.8 million colors. The microphone is a 48 kilohertz mic, mix-amp technology, and it is indeed wireless. And what does it say here? It's compatible with your Xbox Series X, S, PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch. I wonder if it works on the Nintendo Switch too, PC and mobile. So let's go ahead and check this out. All right, so guys, if you guys remember, Astro Gaming was from back in the day, like mid 2000s. That's when I bought my first Astro A40 headset. Man, I was so happy to be able to afford those things because they were like 250 bucks. Let me know down in the comments below if you happen to own a pair of the Astro A40s or if you ever even tried them out. All right, here we go. You get a little QR code here for start setup. Man. Ooh, look at this, guys. Plush ear cups. That's so nice. It takes me back to the OG A40s because this right here was a win on those headsets because they were super soft. We are going to try these on in a bit and see how good do they fit and if they are actually very comfortable. This does not have a metal frame like the original Astro A40s. This is made out of plastic, but look at that right there, guys. It still has the flexibility. I couldn't do this with the A40s. If I did that with the A40s, they'll stay like this forever. And it does come with this head strap right here that is indeed removable, so you can wash it, because after a prolonged gaming session and you sweating in this, man, that sucker's gonna stink. There's 2 ways to mount this. I would assume the bottom one is for a person with a big head like myself, and the actual headband will sit closer to your head, where if you actually move it to the second one, this headband will sit a little bit further away from this part of the headset. So let's go ahead and put that right there. That's what I'm saying. You see that right there, guys? The headband is further away from this part of the headset. All right, so let's see what else comes in here before we touch base on the headset itself. All right, so it does come with 2 USB-A to USB-C cables, as you guys can see here. One of them is to charge the headset, and the other one is for the audio adapter that we'll take out of the box right now. And what else comes in here? It's a label for you to be able to put on the cable. If it's for an Xbox or the PS5 or anything like that. I don't think I'm going to use this. Why? Because I plan to use it on anything I want and I don't want to label it. All right. Here's the audio. What? This is the audio mixer now? Woo! Look at this, guys. This thing is tiny. All right, so we got 2 switches here. On one side it says Xbox, USB, PC, USB. And on the bottom part, it tells you how you're supposed to set up the rocker switches in order for you to access that particular device. So for example, for PC, you will move this over to PC as so. For Xbox, you will move it over to Xbox. And if you want to hook up Your PlayStation, 1 or 2 would have to be to USB, or for Nintendo Switch, 1 or 2 would have to be for USB. You connect the USB-C cable to USB-A to one of these ports, whichever one you want to access to for whatever system, plug it in right there, plug this into your system, and you're ready to go. Now, just to let you guys know, I know you might be asking, how are you going to plug this into the Nintendo Switch when it does not have a USB-A port? The Switch itself doesn't have a port, but the actual cradle does. We got the microphone right here. Look at that right there, guys. Flexible. Yes, sir. And the way you mount this, the hole's right here. So there's only one way to mount the mic on there. It has a cutout on the headset and on the microphone, so there's no way you're going to miss mounting it the wrong way. And that's how it goes. Look at that right there. You got the right ear cup, left ear cup marked by a corresponding letter. The connectivity type is Lightspeed, which is the proprietary connection type for Logitech. Lightspeed wireless via USB or Bluetooth USB wired. And the connectivity range is up to 30 meters. That's 1,181 inches. The Astro A20 X allows you to switch between two systems through PLAYSYNC audio at a tap of a button. And that's pretty cool, because if you have this hooked up to two systems, let's say your Xbox and your PS5, you press the PLAYSYNC audio and you're ready to switch between either one. The headset operates at a 2.4 gigahertz Lightspeed wireless, either Bluetooth or USB wired. This headset does have 40 millimeter drivers, the BioCell Lulos, I think that's how you pronounce it. The frequency response time is 20 Hz to 20 kilohertz, and it weighs 10.22 ounces. That's less than 300 grams, guys. So this sucker's pretty light, and you will not feel it throughout those prolonged gaming sessions. The PLAYSYNC base, you can connect up to 2 devices at 24-bit 48 kilohertz on PC, or up to 16-bit 48 kilohertz on console. The microphone is a boom arm style mic that is Omni directional, and the frequency response is 70 Hz to 20 kilohertz. As for the battery and the charging time, it does have a rechargeable battery with no light. The RGB light does do 16.8 million colors, and with that off, you can get up to 90 hours of playtime. That's amazing right there, because that means less charging time. Now, if you have the default lighting on, you will only be able to get up to 40 hours of playtime with the RGB light on. We are going to test out the microphone so you guys can hear it and let me know what you guys think. Right here, you do get the USB-C charging port, the mic on and off button, the volume up or volume down, which is an infinite scroll wheel, but that wheel right there does have a little bit of feedback on it. So you know, when you scroll on the mouse, you get that little clicky feeling. That's it right there. This is the Bluetooth button. You will use this button to pair the headset to your mobile device when you want to use it on there. This button right here, that's the PLAYSYNC audio. When you press that, you're able to switch between the consoles. So if you guys remember on the original mix amp or the A40s, it was a big device. All the volume controls were built into the amp itself. This time around, they're built into the headset. So this is your mix amp control here, where you got your game audio and your chat audio. You're able to adjust either one depending on which one you press. Game audio, raise up the volume or lower it. Chat audio, lower the volume or raise it. Let's go ahead and power them on and check it out. Wow, look at that, guys. A little subtle RGB in between the actual ear cup and the headband. It's not all the way around. This is fully customizable when you have it hooked up to the app on your PC. I will show you guys how you do that. Let's go ahead and hook it up to my PC and another device to test them out. All right, guys, we now have the A20X hooked up to the Mac, and you guys are listening to the raw audio from the omnidirectional mic. And let me know what you guys think. I think it's amazing, guys. It did not disappoint me. When I heard my voice on there, I was like, man, that's pretty clear. I feel that Logitech did a great job with this headset, considering the fact that it's also compatible with so many other devices, and it becomes a great console headset. The only detail to it is $179.99. So that's a pretty hefty price tag you're gonna pay for a nice pair of A20Xs. Now, as far as the play switch is located on the back of the right ear cup, when you press it, you will hear the device saying USB 2 or USB 1, depending if you have both of them hooked up. I did go ahead and test it out with my Xbox and my PC to check out the PLAYSYNC switching, and it works pretty good. Let me know down in the comments below how good or how bad do you think the headset sounds when it comes down to the microphone. Now, I need to test the actual music part, but for that, I am going to hook it up to my PC to give you guys my reaction. All right, guys, check this out. So here is the software for the A20X, and I am capturing all the audio via the mic on the headset. So let's go ahead and go in here and check out what you're capable of doing. So right here, you'll be able to see the breakdown of all the buttons. You got the status indicator located on the top, power switch, PLAYSYNC button, which is this one on the right side, your Bluetooth, volume wheel, game chat balance, mute, audio over USB. This will allow you to listen to audio over your USB while simultaneously recharging it. So it does come with headphone EQs. That's pretty dope right there because you want to be able to customize your headset to your liking. You got bass boost, default, gaming, and gaming FPS. More than likely for me, it would be gaming FPS. Let's go to next, microphone EQ. You're able to add FX, which would be like AM radio, broadcast 1, broadcast 2, or you could make it a little bit more quieter just in case if you're playing in a room where there might be someone sleeping or you just don't want to blow out other people's ears. All right, so Astro Point. So this is the light sync. Here you're able to set the lighting on the headset from off, fix, color circle, color wave, breathing, and Astro Point. Advanced settings, battery protection mode. This mode limits the battery charge to 80%. That's kind of like what the phones do nowadays, or even your AirPods. It will charge to a certain percentage just to preserve the battery life. And PC state light sync. This device will sync with the PC, turn off sleep, or your computer and your lights will shut off too. All right, so go next. G Mobile app. You're also able to set this up on your phone by scanning this QR code right here, and you're ready to rock with your headset. Just don't forget to take off the mic because you don't want to have those weird looks on you because you have your microphone attached to it. All right, so here's the headset settings. Look at this graph here. You're able to customize this to your liking. We have it on gaming FPS. If we create a custom preset, this will allow us to actually manually move all of these EQ settings to your preference. If you go over here, you could share a preset, duplicate the preset, delete it, rename it. You could click advanced. It'll give you more of a wave format, as you guys can see right there. The other one was more bars. This one allows you to move to the left, to the right. So basically, you can actually customize this to the way that you want it to actually sound. But let's go ahead and go back right here. You could switch the frequency. Here's all the frequency ranges you're able to switch it from. And if you want, you could raise it plus 6 decibels or lower it minus 6 decibels. New equalizer preset. This is for your custom presets. These are the curated presets. And you have browse community presets. So a lot of people will have taken the time to be able to create you that perfect EQ setting for your brand new A20Xs. This is pretty cool. So this is done within the Logitech G community. And look at that right there. You could download them right here. And you could set them up as most recent, most downloaded. This is for general and music gadgetry. 4.9K downloads and 121 likes. That's pretty cool. So if you're going to microphone, look at that right there, guys. These are all the settings that you're able to switch on the microphone area. We went through this right here because we saw the curated presets already, but you can also do custom presets just like with the headset. You get the same graph effect right here. I'm probably messing with my audio right now, but you could do this also. That's pretty cool. Let's go back to default. All right, signal cleanup. In order to get the signal cleanup turned on, you cannot be on curated presets. You need to go to your new preset, just like I did right here. And now you could turn these on. Noise reduction, gate, compressor, depopper, de-esser, high pass. And you do get this blue voice provide signal cleanup, microphone EQ tools to tweak and perfect your sound. You're also able to share presets, duplicate the preset, delete it, or rename it. Same thing goes for the microphone. You can download from the community the best sounding settings. Here, the community shares what they feel is the best setting for the mic. That's all up to you and your preference. Here's all the custom sound effects that you're able to use within the software. Okay, so here's the lighting area. Windows settings. You do not want to allow Windows to control the lighting on your headset or any lighting that you have in general in your setup. I don't like it. I'd rather do it individually with its corresponding program. You got presets, Astro Point, as you guys can see right here. We went through those already. And you could actually set it freestyle. You're able to change the color of 4 different LEDs located on both ear cups to your liking. And animations, same thing. You get red, white, and blue. You get vertical. You get bounce, cycle, reverse cycle, and random. And you could also set the speed that it moves at. You could make it take 1,000 milliseconds, or you could make it faster down to 100 milliseconds. You could also raise up the brightness right here. If you raise it up, you're going to reduce the playtime on your headset. bring it down, you'll raise up that playtime. Remember, you can only get up to 40 hours of playtime when you have the RGB light on. If you do have other Logitech products, you click here, it will sync the lighting to your actual keyboard, your mouse, your headset, whatever you have hooked up to the software. All right, guys, so we have the headset hooked up to my PC. We're going to test out the audio, and I'm going to listen to the way it sounds, and I'll give you my initial reaction. All right, we got to get something here with some bass. And we know where we're going with the bass right here. Obviously, to Lil Wayne. All right, here we go. Raise up the volume. Here comes the beat drop. Ooh! Guys, that bass is so smooth. 40mm drivers, that bass is just kicking, and that's at default. Let me go ahead and switch this up real quick and listen to the way it sounds if I do bass boost. Oh! Listen to that, guys. Woo! More volume. That's all the volume. Man, I wish it had more volume. That's it. Guys, this headset sounds amazing, but it sucks that you cannot go over a certain amount of volume. I want to listen to that sucker till my skull rattles. I guess there's a reason why they limit the volume on the headset. They don't want you to go deaf at such an early age. And okay, I give that to Logitech. They're caring about it. But sometimes we like to listen to music a little louder because we like to get motivated. And you guys saw my initial reaction. Take my word for it, they sound amazing. So if you're interested in picking up a pair, I will go ahead and leave a link in the description down below. If you do buy them, come back to the video, let me know what you think of them. Or if you do happen to own a set already, let me know what you think also. Alright guys, we now have my PC and my Xbox hooked up to the adapter, and I could be jamming out on music like I am right now, listening to some Lil Wayne. Or if I'm ready to game, go ahead and press the PLAYSYNC, switches over to the Xbox, and it lets you know what system it switched over. I just heard the water drop on the Xbox, and there you have it, guys. It works amazing. Switched away from the PC to the Xbox, and you could do it either from the PC to the Switch, the Xbox to the Switch, whichever way you want. So let me go ahead and try it with the Switch 2 to see if it actually works. You want to make sure that you switch either the USB 1 or the USB 2. We're gonna do USB 2. Switch that over to USB on the back side. That way you're ready to hook it up to your Switch. Woo! It actually works with the Switch 2 also. So guys, Logitech, go ahead and add on the box Switch 2 compatibility, and let's just run this real quick. I could hear it. It works. Alright guys, there you have it. Compatible with the Xbox, with the PS5, with the PC, with your Mac, the Switch 2. Is it worth the $179.99? To me guys, honestly, it is worth it. This winds up being lined up, in my opinion, with the premium headsets because it is almost close to $200, but you are getting premium features. Premium sound from the headset and premium sound from the microphone. What do you guys think about this headset? That's pretty neat. I like the white finish, even though I always go for black headsets. I'm actually glad I have the white one because it actually kind of goes nice with my other white headsets that I have over here on the wall. This one's about to dethrone one of those. It does have PLAYSYNC. You're able to switch between two consoles, either your PS5 and your Xbox, your PC, your Xbox, your PC, or your Switch. You guys know what I'm getting at with that. Switching between consoles, there's no issue. Now the mic sounds amazing, guys. I was pretty surprised as to the way the microphone sounds because a lot of companies claim that their mic sounds good. This one sounds really good. Now, as far as the Bluetooth connectivity, if you hold down the button for 3 seconds, you're able to pair it to your device and listen to some tunes or play some mobile games. So let me know down in the comments below, what do you think of the Astro A20 X by Logitech? So if you're a dad, a gaming dad, looking for your next headset so you could kick some rear on your favorite FPS game, Battlefield 6, don't forget to check out my latest video. But until next time, guys, I'm Tech. Peace out. So it might seem like too many headsets on my wall already, but this one's going to be connected to nearly every console I have in my room.